Shut up and sit down.
Hi everybody, did you know your brain secretly works with other brains? I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. So let me explain. Okay, neuroscientist
Lisa Feldman
says our brain is constantly changing itself as we interact with other people, usually without our awareness. But first of all, we need to understand the concept of
body budget.
body budget is our brain's accounting of the bodily resources,
Salt, water, glucose, and so on.
and it has to spend and save. Each action that spends resources such as
Swimming or running or whatever,
it's like a withdrawal from your account, and actions that replenish your resources
such as eating, sleeping, and meditating,
are like deposits. Therefore, in order to be energy efficient, our brain uses
prediction,
crazy fact. The human brain represents
approximately
2% of our body weight
and consumes
20% of the body's oxygen and glucose. 20%! Let's go back to prediction. Okay, prediction. That means your brain tries to predict and meet your biological needs before they arise.
to balance your body budget proactively.
So, the human brain constantly inhibits predictable sensory information based on previous experience, ensuring the processing of novel or relevant elements. A good example for this would be when we walk down the street of a big city and ignore the ambient lights and sounds to focus on the conversation with our partner, because based on experience, we already know that all the noises doesn't represent any danger. That is super cool and is called predictive codification. Okay, let's go back to our topic. So, the people around you influence your body budget and even rewire your brain. Your brain changes its own wiring after new experiences, a process called
Plasticity.
For example, microscopic parts of your neurons called dendrites become bushier and their associated neural connections become more efficient. This remodeling job requires energy from your body budget, so your brain needs a good reason to explore. And a great reason is that your neural connections are used frequently to deal
With people around you,
in other words.
your brain tunes itself as you interact with other people.
So, changes in another person's body often prompt changes in another person's body. Whether the two are romantically involved, just friends,
Or strangers meeting for the first time.
so our brains are like dance partners. This is weird. So when you are with someone you care about, your breathing can synchronize, as can the beating of your heart, whether you are in casual conversation or a heated argument. This physical connection happens between infants and their caregivers.
Crazy, huh?
We also adjust each other's body budgets by our actions. If you raise your voice or even your eyebrow, you can affect what goes inside other people's bodies, such as their heart rate or the chemicals carried in their bloodstream. So, when you have empathy for people who are familiar to you,
Your brain efficiently predicts their inner struggles.
but when people are less familiar to you, it can be harder to empathize. You might have to learn more about the person, meaning more withdrawals from your body budget, which can feel unpleasant.
This may be the one reason why people sometimes fail to empathize with those who look different or believe different things than they do.
And why it can feel uncomfortable to try.
So,
How then can we best respect each other as individuals
who often disagree,
when we are social animals who regulate one another's nervous systems to survive? Well, Feldman says it comes down to this. Freedom always comes with responsibility. We are free to speak and act, but we are not free from the consequences of what we say and do.
we might not care about those consequences.
Or we might not agree that those consequences are justified, but they nonetheless have cost that we all pay. At the end of the day, it's up to each of us to choose to be the kind of person who makes more deposits into other people's body budgets than withdrawals. Think about it.